Two douchebags on a couch. One's an asshole, one's a grouch. And relentless, all their mouths. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talk shit. Jim and Eddie. Talkin Shit.
Hello, welcome to Talkin Shit with Jim Jeffries and Eddie Ift. This is Jason, and I'm alone. And Jim and Eddie are no longer with us. So kick back and enjoy the show. Today's guest is Bobby Lee. And
where's Eddie?
We'll be just hanging out in the house.
Dude, I don't even know you. Where's Eddie and Jim?
Well,
No, where are they?
They don't get along anymore.
Well, I'm gonna leave, dude.
And they've left me.
No, I'm gonna leave, dude. It's uncomfortable. I don't know you.
Yeah, but I've already seen you naked like twice. It's really weird.
Yeah, because I wanted to show you the origami I can do.
Jim
with
is
my
here.
hands.
He's
Anyway,
looking at me. I don't.
We just wanted to test you.
You
Jason.
gave in on that because we had an argument with Jason a couple of days ago where he thought he could do this by himself. He thought that we weren't a necessary part of the show any longer. And so we gave him the opportunity to actually start the show, and we can all see what a car accident that was.
Yeah, he told me today. He said,
well,
I might not have the fan base, but I have the talent.
Yeah, that's
Is that what he said?
that is true. And we've got Colin back with us, which is very exciting. Someone to laugh at our jokes. And Lindsay is no longer with us.
Yeah.
We don't mean forever, but maybe forever. And we've replaced her
With an even hotter version.
with a hotter. We've got Meredith, which is like Lindsay if you stretched Lindsay out. Like if you actually pulled her and the hair's gone straight. And
Even her vagina got smaller.
the boobs have just like gone backwards into the chest and.
What?
No, Lindsay had big tits.
Lindsay was you with huge tits.
What do you mean? So she was plump?
I didn't say you're plump.
No, she was shaped like a dumpling or something.
Yeah.
No, she had a moustache. That was,
had a mustache.
that was the difference.
She did have a mustache.
She did, but she used to
She
tone
bleached it well.
Yeah, she was all smoke and mirrors, Lindsay.
Bobby Lee's here. I'm very glad to have Bobby Lee. I've known him for how many years, Bobby?
A long time.
15 years?
No, 12 maybe.
I said to him tonight. He goes, what did we do, Premium Blend together? I go, yeah, and then you got successful. And
Yeah. No,
I live in the rape cottage.
Yeah, the rape code. I only just got here. We started a bit late, but Bobby's allegedly wanked on our coffee table.
No, I did not do that.
Wherever you are, you become naked.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
No, okay, this is a story I got about you, and you
Okay.
wouldn't even know this story.
Oh, well, tell it
right?
then.
Okay, so I'm in Las Vegas with my brother. Right?
Was I there?
No, wait for the story.
Okay, sorry.
I was in Las Vegas with my brother. I was just out there because my brother wanted to go to Las Vegas. He was out seeing me, and this is like my 40-something-year-old
brother?
my oldest brother, the cop, right?
Not the one that writes to us.
No, that's the other one. It's my middle brother. Now, I was out with my brother Danny, and we were in the Palms Casino, and I was actually meant to be performing there in 3 weeks' time or something like that. And I go by, and I see your poster for you in the casino. And we're gambling, we're drunk, we're just wandering around. And then I'm like, brilliant, this guy's a good guy. I'm like mates with him. No, he's a solid fucking guy. And as I said, I'm with my 40-year-old fucking cop brother. And I go in to the club, and there you are, just standing in your underwear. And my brother's there going, so these are your friends. And we're not close. I've met the guy like 4 times. And you weren't really doing jokes. You were just like sort of
I was wandering around.
You're just wandering around.
You know what I call that?
In your underwear.
You know what I call that?
Right.
Killing time.
Killing time. I thought you might call it your closer.
It is my closer.
A whole new hour.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do I?
Have you ever gotten in trouble getting naked anywhere?
Yeah. I mean, I was in the South. I was in Little Rock.
Yeah.
And I showed my you know how sometimes your sack comes out of your underwear?
Oh, all the time.
I have a very dark sack.
I assume you do.
I showed him my sack.
Well, because I'm ethnic. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And they get darker and darker. You know, at Mad TV they used to call it black sack.
Black sack.
Yeah.
You know what's strange
What?
in life is when people see your balls so much they've got a nickname for them. You know.
Yeah. And they're extra wrinkly, but that's because they're wise. But anyway, they've been through a lot, and they can tell stories. But the thing is that I have white underwear. I always wear a white. Today I'm wearing darker ones, but usually when I perform, I have white.
He wears underwear like you, Jim. You guys have matching underwear.
No, I wear dark underwear.
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, I have dark today.
Yeah,
When
I never wear
perform,
white.
it's
I have hemorrhoids. We've gone over this.
And my black sack was on the white. You know what I mean? Underwear.
Does that look through like when a woman wears a black bra under a white shirt?
Yeah.
Is that what your sack looks like?
Yeah.
Or is it when like a woman has really dark areolas, like her nipples, and you can see through the?
Yeah, kind of, guys.
So you have nipple colored. You have nipple colored.
No, they're even darker than Oprah's nipple. Mine's darker.
Yeah, okay.
Like if you saw Oprah's nipple, you'd be like, oh, there's a shade below that, and that's mine.
Darker than Oprah's nipple.
And it gets darker and darker because you know what I mean. You're ethnic. I don't know what it is. The sun.
As you get older, it gets.
I think it is. Yeah. And it looks weird. It's like
When it wrinkles up, it gets darker. I've noticed that.
Can I see it?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Look, everyone here is like, we've all seen it.
No, I don't care because it's.
Look at Meredith going, why did I decide to do this?
No, I don't wear underwear like that.
Yeah, you do.
No, I never wear tidy whities. Mine are thighs.
If you don't see it.
Oh!
And he doesn't groom it at
And the
all.
penis is the same color as the balls. How does something get that dark if it never sees the sun?
That is the darkest cock I've ever seen.
Oh my God! You look like an African child.
Yeah. It's like the color of natron means penis. I think. Does anyone who natron?
I know who
means?
Nature's
Okay, let's move on.
That was good.
Thank you so much. I was very uncomfortable because there was a woman in.
But I've seen an Asian girl that has like fucking her lips were that.
That's
color.
what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's
no,
what
isn't
I'm
it?
saying is this. And I'm going to say this right now out loud, okay?
Okay.
I'm ethnic, right?
Just say it in your head, please.
Machete. He doesn't have a white penis.
I don't
It's
look.
darker.
I'll show you.
Your cock's dark like that. It's massive. Wait till you see how big
It's
this is.
pink. It's not white. It's pink.
That's a pink ball.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
If you hold it from this angle, it just looks like a tumor.
If you rub it, you can make a
does.
wish.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's very pink. I like the color.
It's very pink. I'm a very pale guy. I have a pink sort of baby.
It's almost neon, which
His
is weird.
cock shaped like a pyramid.
like a pyramid.
It is.
Oh no, like a gherkin.
What did we say in the last episode? My condoms look like Ku Klux Klan hats.
For more reasons than one.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about my penis anymore.
All right, then let's.
I just had a panic attack.
It's not your show. We'll talk about it.
Have you ever looked at your asshole in the mirror?
No. My
Never?
my calamari, no.
You've never looked.
No, because I don't bend that way.
No,
And
you go between your legs.
I don't even know how to do it.
Eddie, have you done that?
Yeah.
No, I just sort of because of the hemorrhoids, when the bit flares up, I give it a look to see what everything's going on. And
Yeah.
Did you see that thing that was coming out,
Sometimes.
that ball that was coming out of his pants? That's actually his hemorrhoid coming out from the back.
I love flipping just a ball out. Glenn Wool used to finish his routine. Like Glenn Wool, you could argue.
You know Glenn Wool?
No.
Canadian comic, really funny guy.
Very funny comic. He's arguably what you'd call a political comic, but sometimes he strays from the fucking list.
Oh, fuck.
And he made himself some jeans that he had like stripper jeans, like he had Velcro down the side of them. Where they look like regular jeans, and he'd rock around in them all day before his gig. And then as he finished his gig as a closer, he would just tear the jeans off in one big
Yeah.
and he'd be wearing a female G-string with just one nut hanging out. And he'd just be like, yeah, thank you very much.
That's amazing.
He'd do a bit of a dance.
Yeah.
And it was a great ending.
Oh, it's amazing.
But I always think with bits like that, what's the thought process? Like, where did you go? Oh,
I did South Africa with him, and they did the gala show at the end of the festival.
I remember this, yeah.
And Glenn was so fucked. I didn't realize he'd been doing ecstasy, and he was drinking wine backstage, and I was like, this is bad. He's going on last, and this is bad because he was fucked up at the beginning of the show, and it was one of those like 8 comic shows. I'm like, this is bad.
I just did it.
So he goes on stage and he starts talking into the microphone, and he was inaudible completely. And he finally looked at the audience, and they were all like staring at him. And he goes, "Let this just be a lesson to you. Never mix drugs and comedy." And then he fell on the ground. And what's the guy's? Not
Phil Nickel.
Phil Nickel came out and started pulling his pants off him in front of like 800 people.
Yeah.
He just starts pulling his pants off him, and I hear Glenn go, "Don't." He goes, "I'm serious." And Glenn's pulling off. He goes, I'm not wearing underwear. And just as he said that, you know, he just yanked them off and Glenn's cock came out. And there were like children in the crowd. People were screaming.
That's a nice theater, though.
I liked it though. He said
he
he said he felt like Jim Morrison when that happened though. He was laying there.
Well, the best thing he did that was really great was the microphone was in the stand and he really couldn't function at all. But at this moment, he grabbed the cord of the microphone and tugged it, and the microphone just like fell into his hands, and he went, "Don't." You did the South African.
I got mugged.
Airport, or you were there for a while?
No, I was mugged. That's it.
From one of the comics?
No. From 2 black people.
Look. Some things don't need to be said.
I just black. That's what they were.
We assumed.
We knew.
They weren't Samoans. No, I walked out of my hotel room at 3 p.m. Fifth Orange, whatever that hotel.
Were you in Cape Town? Or?
Cape Town, yeah.
Didn't you stay
there.
At the Table Bay?
I'm there in
Table
April.
Bay Hotel?
What?
Table Bay Hotel.
No, it's called Orange on 5th or something like that.
It was,
okay.
It was
a nice
called
one.
Muggy Muggy Chink Chink.
I've never heard that before. Oh my God, that's so racist. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's good. Oh fuck, I'm leaving. No, I get out of it's 3 p.m. And all of a sudden I'm like, why am I on the floor? I walked out, and all of a sudden, I didn't see anybody. I'm on the floor. I'm on the ground. And then I feel things like tickling me. And I look up, and it's 2 black guys just going through my bra pockets. And I'm like, I laugh because it's tickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop, black. And then they took my BlackBerry and they ran off. And that was the story.
Did you try calling it?
No.
You didn't do that?
I'm not going to do anything. What are you going to call the police?
No, call the BlackBerry and see if they
See
tease
if
you.
they answer.
Oh, no, I did that. They're not going to answer that.
They will.
What? They
They'll
changed
call
SIM
and-
cards. I don't know what they did.
they'll call and laugh at
and
you.
then Ian Bagg tried to help me find the guys for like an hour.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah,
it.
but-
What do you do? Drive around in his pickup truck?
I think that the relationships between Asians and blacks have improved over the years.
Really?
I really do. Ever since the movie Rush Hour, I think. You know what I mean? I think people get it. You know what I mean? That we solve crimes together. You know what I mean? We can get things done. Because the whole LA riots, that whole thing. You know what I mean? Do you remember that or not?
I remember the guy. Yeah, he got hit.
Yeah. Well, there was also an Asian guy. The Koreans were on top of the liquor stores with shotguns, shooting at black people, protecting their stores.
Right.
It was a big strife. I really believe though that when Chan and Tucker got together, it kind of relieved things.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
I once picked a fight with Jackie Chan in Hong Kong. Not actually physically saw him. And I never got more complaints for anything I've ever done than that.
No, he's an icon.
They fucking love him. I'm in Hong Kong. I'm in a radio station promoting the gig I'm doing in Hong Kong. And they'll go, Jackie Chan has an office in this building. And so I did like a little bit on the radio, like, I hear Jackie Chan's in this building, and if he's man enough to think he can fight me, he should meet me at this venue at 3 p.m., it's 8 p.m. when we're doing
my
a
God.
gig. I do that type of
Yeah.
stuff. Just letters of people going, who the hell do you think you are?
Oh wow.
You can't beat Jackie Chan. And I'm thinking, I know I can't.
Jackie Chan's the reason why. Okay, I relapsed from doing drugs because of Jackie Chan.
Really?
Wow.
I had 13 years. Listen, at 17, I grew up in San Diego and I did a lot of crystal meth.
Right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? And a lot of, I was molested.
Oh, yeah,
I
of
told you I
course
was
you
a-
were. Of course you were.
He thinks I was.
No, I was molested by a guy with Down syndrome.
Were you
Yeah,
really?
By the
I was
looks of your
big.
genitals, like a guy with a lot of black paint.
And without clippers.
Yeah.
You need to shave that shit down.
I know.
Yeah, it's not groomed at
No,
all.
what it is that my pubes don't curl.
Anyway.
And they make it look
So I have
smaller.
I have as much hair as you do, but mine just stick out like hello, you know what I mean, like that, you know what I mean,
like
and yours
Gizmo.
curl, yeah, like Gizmo.
Right, so a Down syndrome person molested
but that's
you.
not the.
You
No,
know,
but
you can't say that's not the story.
That's not the story.
That's the best story ever.
That's the opener. No, that's
How
the
did that?
opener.
Maybe he was just hugging
Thank you,
for a
good
long
night
time.
after that.
No. What happened was this. I lived in. Okay, I was born in San Diego, and then we moved to Minnesota, Edina. Okay, and there was this field, right? That in the wintertime there was a.
Of Downies. It was a Downy
Look at
farm.
Jason laughing at him.
Fuck you, Jason.
Jason was molested too.
Were you molested by Downey?
No.
girls.
Oh,
No, whoever molested him molested a Downy.
So anyway, there was this field, right, where during the summers, a guy would mow the lawn, he would live in the shack, and in the wintertime, it was an ice skating rink. Okay?
Right.
So they had a...
Hold the microphone up to your mouth if you're going to make sense.
Jason,
Sorry.
this guy is pouring his heart out about his molestation story, and you're laughing at him.
So then what happened was, this guy had candy in the rafters.
Oh, well, you got to...
they
you have
all
to have
do.
You have to have candy. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. How else are they
Candy's
going to get
delicious.
you in there?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is
Egg
like,
rolls? No, I'm going to stop.
no, Jim, you could do as many as you want.
Okay,
Yeah,
fortune
yeah.
cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, at least you get a message. But
You're about to be raped.
I couldn't read. I was young. But anyway, so he would lure everyone. All the kids got molested by this guy. Right?
Really?
Once. I got molested 5 years every day.
You're a good-looking guy.
No, that's not why. I love candy. I really love candy so much. It's so delicious.
Was there ever a time that you went back there where he was like, "Look, just take the candy. I'm not up for it today. I got a headache."
Did you
But you
get to request what kind of candy you wanted?
Yeah, he had so much. And the thing is
Gobstoppers.
This is how stupid I am as a kid, though, right? The thing is that when you molest somebody, you got to speak English, right? Like, I think you're cute, or cute, or whatever. This guy just went, you know what I mean? He couldn't even speak. And I just,
you knew what he
I
wanted.
understood everything.
Yeah, he had you.
Oh, you want my fingers in your asshole? Okay.
He had your cock in his mouth.
No, I didn't do that. But can we go back to the Jackie Chan?
Yeah. So Jackie Chan made you take drugs again.
No. Yeah. So what happened was, so then I think I did a lot of, I started doing drugs when I was 13, when we moved back to San Diego, my family, right? And then I went to 3 rehabs by the time I was 17. And then I got sober when I was 17 years old, okay? And I stayed sober until I got onto Mad TV, okay? And that was in year 2000, okay? So what happened was, the first week I was there, one of the producers said to me, and I'm not even lying, right? He goes, listen, I was there during your auditions. I don't think you're talented. That's what he said. In his office. What? Yeah, in his office. He goes, I thought it was joking. I go, what? What? And he goes, yeah, and I'm not going to be campaigning, you know what I mean, to get your shit on. Right?
Wow.
So I go, oh. And I walk out of the office. I literally started to cry. You know what I mean? It hurt. I mean, because you
Right.
work so, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, finally on a show, right?
Well, you didn't have candy in there.
So then what happened was, I took that, right? And then I heard Jackie Chan was guest starring on Mad. And I just got on the show.
Well, they've already had one, so they didn't need you.
Right. And I'm a huge fan, right? I grew up with him, you know what I mean?
Have you seen Ip Man?
What?
Have you seen the movie Ip Man?
No.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Okay,
later.
get it. So anyway, what happened was I wrote the producer a letter. Not the one that said that to me, another one. I said, well, I'm not going to say his name, but I said, I'm a huge fan, I grew up with him, and I know there's a hierarchy. Everyone wants to be in the sketch with Jackie Chan. I don't even need a line. You know what I mean? Just make me a background. I'm a cast member. You know what I mean? And then a couple of months down the road, I watched the show, and he was on the show, and I no one called me. You know what I mean?
Like you weren't even on the set?
As soon as I saw it, I relapsed. And I did 2 years I just started taking 30 Vicodins a day.
Fuck.
Every day. Started drinking 24 hours a day. I was spiraling out of control. And then at the end of my second season, they fired me. And but that's a whole different story.
It's a funny thing.
Then you got back on the
Many
That was the
people
episode.
have things in their lives where someone, say, commits suicide or a death in the family, and they relapse drugs, and I hear and also not meeting Jackie Chan is also a big reason for many people.
Like when you went to rehab, when you went to rehab, and you told that to the counselor, did the counselor go, "We hear this all the time"?
Like, did you tell the counselor like 4 hours of not meeting Jackie Chan, and then at the end go, "I was molested every week"? You got to put things in context.
So anyway, I don't know, that's a Jackie Chan.
So, but after that, you worked on the show a lot, right?
No, what happened was at the end of the second season, Fox gave me an intervention. Okay, they sat down with me. I remember I was wearing a sweater, and I was sweating. Right, like you do you've been giving drugs to the other cast members. We saw the bull. The Strokes came and played our show, and apparently they slept in my dressing room because I had a gigantic bowl of drugs in my room, you know what I mean? And they spent the night there, you know what I mean?
When they're older, the name of their band will actually be accurate.
So then what happened was they gave me an intervention, and then my manager goes, she was there, she goes, just give him another shot, right? So they go, okay, well, we wrote a sketch, a Connie Chung sketch, right? And we want you to do it, right? So I go, all right, what do I do? Well, you got to get off drugs first, right? I go, I'm done, right? So you know who Duncan Trussell is?
Yeah.
So Duncan comes into my house, right? I have like fucking bags full of Vicodin, like thousands of dollars worth.
It's a great drug.
Yeah.
How did you get them all?
Well, I just had different fucking people. You know what I mean? I did some sketch. It's like Second City people, like that. You know, it's just crazy shit. Crazy.
Down to the lower ranks.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the lower ranks. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And so Duncan takes my drugs, and then about in the morning I get up and I don't feel good. You know what I mean? Like I feel queasy. I show up at the set, and I go to rehearsals. I'm okay, right? So now it's show night. You know, it's like 300 people in the audience, TV cameras, the whole thing, right? I'm in makeup, in the chair. You know, they're putting makeup on me, and they have to keep putting makeup on my face because of the sweat. And then I start shaking, and then I feel like my organs are hitting against each other, like you know what I mean? Like, you know, my bones feel like they're gonna snap. And
did you look back and you find out you were being anally raped?
No, and I started and all of a sudden my asshole opened up a little bit and just juice started coming out. You know,
I've got a boner.
right? So then what happens is this. I go, I'm fine. I show up at the set. I'm in the Connie Chung makeup in front of the audience.
Right.
And I hear, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action! Lights come on, right? I see the audience. I go, good evening. I shit all the way down my pants.
Did you stay in character?
No. I started crying, bro. It was
Really?
so humiliating. Yeah, I couldn't even talk.
It's a great story now, though.
Yeah. So I'm shit, and then the makeup people come, like the wardrobe.
There's not enough powder in the world.
They wet naps. They're wiping it down off my leg. Then check this out. So then at the end, and I remember I couldn't finish the sketch, and that was the last night, right? And I remember no one saying goodbye to me. I going into my dressing room, packing my dressing room, knowing I'm fired, right? And just walking to my car. It was the worst. And the next day I got sober.
You know what's great about this?
What?
This shows you how talented you are because you shit your pants on national TV. You had a drug problem. You'd have bands fucking doing coke in your room. Everybody doing Vicodin, all kinds of shit. I don't do any of that. I can't get a job.
You know what it's called? You know what it's called, Eddie? You're not a gook, okay? There's a diversity program in every network. Did you know that?
Yeah, they don't let in the Australians, though. I'll tell you that much. I'm not the right type of diversity.
They're too white. They're too white. The accent doesn't count.
Every once in a while, that diversity shit works. Like a guy like me who's kind of funny or whatever, they'll go, because in the 80s and 90s, there was none of us.
Oh, the only reason you're on this podcast is to digress from all the racism on the other podcasts.
We're very worried.
Like, we're not bad people. Look, we had that bloke on.
When we weren't getting anyone listening to this, we didn't care. But now that people listen, we're like, we might be in trouble.
There was a line that was cut out of the April Macy episode that was so horrific that I won't say it again. There's no point.
I heard it.
Did you?
Eddie told me.
He told me the best April Macy story ever.
And
I'm
I
not
can't
gonna be able
tell
to tell on this.
Okay.
The best.
It is crazy.
Fucking.
Who is involved?
She used to have a best friend named Shema.
Can you just tell it now and we'll delete it? I swear to God, we'll delete it.
Okay.
No, don't put extra work in. Tell it afterwards.
okay.
That's just extra work.
Yeah, just fix
But
it.
why wouldn't you be able to air it though? It's just myth.
Oh, it is a myth? Is it a real story or not?
Yeah, I think it's real. I talked to April about it. She denied it. So
If you want to be saying, you don't want to be saying it.
I don't care. What do I care?
Okay.
All right,
tell
go
it.
Is April an executive at a network right now?
TV.
No, but she's a person with feelings.
Fucking amazing
Yeah,
story.
but she's also somebody that's a comedian.
Yeah, okay.
Right, and she's strong.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
Go.
So
Don't you ever tell a story about me.
So Shema and Shema
Explain
Tosh.
who Shema.
Shema Tosh is a female comic. She's no longer in the business. She lives in Vegas. She's a belly dancer.
No,
She's a belly dancer.
Change her name to Daniel.
So Shema Tosh, used to be a comedian in LA, and she's a very funny girl. And she used to be best friends with April Macy, right? So about 5 years ago, they did not a world tour, but they did a tour through China, military bases and stuff. It was an all-female, comedy troupe. It was those two.
Called the Unfunnies.
Melissa, anyway, they're all
Not even all do
They're
that.
all talented. Anyway, so
I've said women aren't funny before,
so April and Shayma, this is the story. They were all on a plane, right? And they're going like Bangkok to some other city, right? And all of a sudden, both the engines go out of the plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
And
it's literally heading toward Earth, right? Like everyone, like things are flinging around. You know what I mean? People are screaming, right? So what happens is,
I would have been in the back raping a flight attendant.
I'd be raping you, Eddie.
I really hope this is going where I think it's going. Anyway,
so the oxygen masks come down, and obviously April puts hers on, right? Well, Seamus is jammed. You know what I mean? It's not coming down, and she can't breathe. You know what I mean? Like apparently her face is getting purple. And her head is about to explode, right? I don't know why I laugh, but because I used to live with her and she's a nightmare. But anyway, and if that actually happened, I would have laughed. Anyway, she's a great person. But anyway, let's move on. So Shayma's like can't breathe, and she looks at April and goes, "I can't breathe," right? And April looks at her and completely turns her head the other direction. So then the engines come back on, right? And then it's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? What April said was basically the oxygen mask, her did come down, and she thought hers was working. You know what I mean? But that's not what I heard. And I confronted April about it a month ago. We were in Vegas together. And so, I mean, I don't know what's true.
Oh, I don't think that's that bad a story.
That's fucked up, though.
Yeah, killing your best friend is not about.
Because the thing is, it's her or it's one or the other. You can't,
Have you ever heard of sharing?
Oxygen?
Yeah.
If that happened and I was on a plane with Jim and Jason and both their oxygen masks didn't come down, and mine did, I would.
Jason would be dead.
I wasn't even thinking about Jason.
No, I would share it. I probably would.
I would
share
too.
It, but
I really would.
I would share, but with
I don't
you.
know. I don't know, but with a stranger though.
No, not with a stranger.
If you're sitting next
He'd be
to
a
someone,
kid I don't even know.
I don't know.
Like 10 seconds though? Like how much time did you...
Pass the microphone on. Pass the microphone on.
I don't know.
Like if that oxygen thing dropped down, isn't it like puff, puff, crash? Like...
What? I don't know.
No, you got a long time before
You got a long
They're not
time.
10 feet above the ground.
You think how long people parachute for before they let their thing out? This thing's
he's not
falling
a stoner.
slower than that.
30,000 feet in the sky is where a plane is. It's got a long time to get
He
to the
just
bottom.
described a plane crash as puff, puff, crash. That's like stoner language. He's talking about sharing a joint or something over here.
He can speak English though, like
Nothing,
fluidly.
Jason, nothing.
What?
No, you're just not on tonight. I don't know what happened.
Because you were telling me before, like you got this Jason guy.
Yeah, I was building
He
you
says
up.
crazy shit.
I was building you up. He does say crazy shit, but you got to back him into the corner. And he and Jim have staring contests out of the blue. They're having one right now. Because Jason's able to think about nothing. But that's easy for him because there's nothing going on.
Is it
in there.
blinking or laughing?
Anything.
Oh, anything.
Anything.
Blinking.
It's blinking.
They are in their stare. Jason giggled a little right there.
I'm watering.
I've never seen anybody that camouflage can emphasize
blink
breasts.
No, I didn't. I haven't blinked fully yet.
You doing half blinks?
Isn't this really good for radio?
No, I win every time because they can't tell if I'm blinking or not. When I say an Asian joke, it dies.
Yeah, what's
Again.
I've never beaten him. But you know who else he has a blinking competition with? His dog. he confided in me yesterday. He goes, sometimes me and Dookie have blinking competitions. And I'm like, does the dog know? Is the dog in on the whole thing or?
And
he starts
he also
them.
told us he practiced.
What does Meredith do? What's her name?
Nothing. No,
No,
just
she's running edits out and stuff like that, and things we have to cut and times and when
Are you a
jokes are funny.
comedian, Meredith?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. How do you know these people? I mean, you're a producer of podcasts?
Jason's been trying to
met them
sleep
in
with
hell.
Meredith for 27 years.
What? You met them in hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Coffee shop.
Jason's
coffee shop.
Jason's been
Here
trying.
locally?
Jason's been trying to
No,
have sex with her
Culver
for a
City.
long time, and we like to watch him
We like to watch him.
just fail.
Meredith, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Yes, you do. I've seen him.
Which one?
Which one, you whore?
The dorky tech guy.
Dorky tech guy?
Yeah, yeah,
What,
yeah.
the naked juice boy?
What?
The Naked Juice boy. Oh, the
Juice
Naked
delivery
Juice,
guy.
the company Naked Juice. I just thought that was like a euphemism.
The dorky guy that when he shows up to the coffee shop, you get all ashamed and act like you don't know him.
That's your boyfriend.
What?
You get all like.
No, this might be a guy she likes, but it doesn't mean it's her boyfriend. She fancies someone.
She doesn't know.
But
what we're
did Jason really like her?
Oh yeah, Jason really liked her.
He loves her.
But he said that she said that marry, fucking
She'd
kill
She'd kill me.
kill Eddie, marry me because of the cash,
And
and fuck Jason because you'd only have to do it once.
well, she asked me today. We talked about it again today, and she said, "Well, I guess I'd have to fuck Jim if I was married to him." So I don't know.
Boo!
I don't think it matters. I mean, my point is if I have to marry and fuck, Jim, Eddie, obviously kill, and so then it's
Obviously.
kind of
Obviously.
Why?
Because he's the least nice out
it
of
would be
us,
funny,
and also because if we were going to
People
eat
just
you,
wish bad upon me.
No, I love you. I've
I
always
love
loved
you
you.
too.
No, I don't know. Marry Jim for the money, but I'd have to fuck them both, so that's the only reason.
and I don't even have that much money.
But would you?
You have more than Jason.
Oh yeah, I'm more than Jason.
Everyone has more than Jason.
You born in America?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is that such a quick?
Why would you even say that?
Because
Why would you ask that?
you look
Do I sound like?
No, but you might have come over here when you were a 2-year-old child or something. Do your
Yeah, like
par-
Brad Pitt adopted me. I'm Baby Maddox.
No,
that
but
kind of
I'm
thing.
saying, did you?
You do look like Baby Maddox. a
Fuck
little
you,
bit.
Eddie.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were your parents like?
Yeah, my parents are human beings, right?
No, were they
They're from,
immigrants
on
years
planet
ago?
Earth.
Oh, now you're
No.
just being. I'm an
I know.
immigrant. I'm an immigrant in this
No,
country.
my parents
so
are
don't give me
immigrants
this-
from Korea,
Okay.
and they came here and they had me here.
They're in the good bit of Korea or the bad bit of Korea?
They're in the good ones. I don't even know what that is.
South Korea.
South
okay,
Korea.
okay,
North,
yeah.
North Korea is the repressive.
I was just there
nothing.
though. I went to Korea.
Did you go to North Korea at all?
What?
You can't.
No, I didn't go to North
You
Korea.
can't go?
You can't get in there. No.
Not at all.
I went there. Can I tell you how I was there? I get this call from the P Diddy of Korea.
Re Diddy?
No, I really did.
Or as he says it, we did he.
No, his name is JYP. Okay, he's like the biggest music producer in Korea.
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah.
calls me,
He
right?
must make a lot of
he goes,
soft
yo,
rock
dog.
ballads.
He tries to do he's like, yo, dog, I'm a big fan of you, dog. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is the weirdest accent ever. You go, I want to fly out here, do videos.
Yeah.
Right? I go, what? Yeah, I'm going to fly first class, right? First class, yeah.
Black ball fetish
Yeah,
porn.
yeah. We do porn called Yum Yum Choco Stick. You black guy will be great. So he has this group called the Wonder Girls.
Oh yeah.
They're huge out there. So I show up, right? I show up to this music. No one's talking to me. I show up to set, and 200 Koreans. They put me in silver makeup, right? They put me in a silver outfit. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Even the director walked up and he doesn't even say hi, right?
They thought you were Dr. Ken.
No, no. That was it. That was it.
If you take your cock out.
Oh no! He's gonna start. This is start. Oh, it's all.
Let me touch it.
No!
Jim is touching it! Ah! Jim just touched his black balls. Bobby just pulled his pants down, showed us his cock.
homophobic?
I'm not homophobic.
I gotta get you over that. I gotta get you over that right now. Stay right there.
I will kick you in the nuts. I will kick you in the nuts. Don't!
Camera.
Breathe through it. Just breathe through it. Just breathe through it. It's fine, right? Everything's fine.
All right, Eddie's being wrestled. Yeah.
What time is it?
You're not leaving. Not after that. You can't leave. Because I liked it.
That was his closer.
So sorry that you had to see it.
You're not sorry.
You know what I have to say about that? Because I had a very good angle on that.
Tell them what just happened. Nobody
What
knows.
just happened is our friend here got naked and jumped on top of Eddie. I touched his scrotum with my finger and rubbed it on Eddie, and Eddie found that offensive.
Could we talk about the part right before that where you licked your...
No, I didn't lick it. I acted like I was going to lick it. I never actually licked my finger.
And then he wiped it on my face.
But I wiped it on his face. But the thing was...
I have your black balls on my face now.
The thing was, while you were wrestling on him, your cock was bigger when I touched it. As you wrestled Eddie, it actually shrunk up.
Because it was working. Oh God, that was all.
It was in
He got rapey. I'm
It
so
was in
sorry.
protection mode.
I'm so sorry.
What was the joke that was? Oh, you said he looked like Dr. What's his
Dr.
name?
Ken. Because do you remember that video that I'm talking about that he did with Mike McConnell?
Yeah.
He did this video where he dressed up in the silver suit. So when you said the silver...
No, here's the problem with that is that.
But I think
I
that's-
walk down the street now and people think that I'm him, which is fine. But people think that I'm every other people too. Like I get.
Dude,
this is what I get.
we all get
This,
it.
no,
I
this is
get
what
Tiger Woods all the
every
time.
day-
No, let's see who he is.
Every day I get heroes or you know what I mean, Entourage.
Dr. Ruth.
Or Grey's Anatomy, like that girl, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, I've gotten that.
Ugly Betty.
Yeah. And so it's like, you know what I mean? Even on stage, sometimes people think that I'm somebody else.
I had Clay Aiken for like 10 years.
That's
I get toadfish
I'll take all
from
of
neighbours
these.
in Australia, which if there's people listening in Britain, they'll know who that is.
Clay Aiken was the worst thing that
No,
could
I
ever
got
happen.
William
Neighbours,
Hung.
It's a soap.
Oh, William Hung's bad.
I got William Hung, dude.
Jason, what do you get?
Nothing.
No.
Nobody wants to come up to you.
If people were to notice you when they walk by, who do you think they'd call you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't,
You look like a mythological creature, like from Lord of the Rings or something.
yeah, he's like an orc.
You're contributing a lot tonight. You're really high, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what he is? He's like if a Cabbage Patch reached adulthood.
That is really what he looks like. You nailed it. What's the matter? Oh, everything's fine.
Would you let him wipe his cock on you?
No, not at all.
Would you touch his scrotum?
I
What
would
would you do?
resist.
How would you resist?
I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it.
But if he pulled
I'm not doing any
you
of that
put
anymore.
thought into action. No.
I'm cooking you.
about it. I
I'm
don't
cooking you dinner tonight. I'm not
Yeah.
washing my hands.
But
Jason went to
Really?
fight someone today. Hey, let me bring up
you're
this
really
story.
not gonna wash your hands before you make dinner after you touch his scrotum.
But I haven't got to touch my scrotum before.
Okay, can I say
But
something?
I'm friends with you. I just met him.
Can I say something? You know how? Do you know how clean I am?
No.
I'm so clean.
Are you?
I smell good too. I
I
naturally
heard
smell
you
like,
shit your pants once.
I did, but that's fine because I have this. I smell like pinkberry, naturally. You know what I mean? And lychee fruit. You know what I mean? And
You smell like shit and pedophile cum.
and dude, and I'm not even lying. Touch my skin, just my arm. Look how soft
You
it
touch
is.
his arm, yeah.
Soft how.
Oh my.
Yeah, Meredith, touch how soft my skin is. That's clean.
Meredith, will you touch his scrotum as well? Will you touch his scrotum with your finger? Would you do that? Because you're a girl. It's not
You,
gay
you
for you.
just saw how.
Did you sign the no sexual harassment clause here? We have papers.
Pass it on. Pass it on.
Oh,
Pass it on.
and Bobby fucking broke the rule. We're not allowed to show, Lindsay, our old producer, we weren't allowed to show her our cocks, but we could show her pictures of our cocks.
Really?
I used to trick
Where's
her.
Lindsay?
I used to trick her into seeing
she's
pictures
dead.
of my cock all the time, Lindsay.
She died.
Why can't you forgive her?
No, I haven't, Meredith. I won't talk to you. Jason's not contributing. So if you want to say something, should we just do a double episode with Bobby and then?
doesn't want to stay. He wants out of here so bad.
No, I don't. This is what the deal is. Can I tell you the deal before you make assumptions?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
hear it.
I slept for 1 hour
I got
last
3.
night. Okay, and I flew here from New York. Okay, and I have to get up to Joe's thing, and I'm so tired. Like
So-
I can't even fucking.
So why did you sleep for 1 hour? What happened?
I can't sleep the night before I leave a
Me
city.
neither.
You know what I mean?
Freak.
Yeah, no. If I worry that I'm going to sleep in. So if it's like if I got like a 6 o'clock thing, I'll never get any sleep. I just stay
Have
up.
you ever missed a flight? Oh, it's the worst.
The worst.
I went to a college once.
Yeah.
I went to do this college, Montana State in Bozeman, and they were like, oh, and they picked me up at the airport, and oh, this is great, and we're on time and everything. They're like, we had Bobby Lee here.
yeah. What happened?
He showed up after the gig.
No. I'm gonna tell you what happened. No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Okay, I missed my flight.
Right.
Okay, I don't call anybody. I go. You know what? I'm a grown adult. All right, I'm an American citizen. I know what to do.
Yeah.
So I go, what are the next flights? We have one in an hour and a half. I'll just get that one, right? I paid the extra or whatever, right? So I show up, no kid picks me up from the school.
Oh.
Okay? So I go, what the hell? So I know where it is, you know what I mean, because I have the itinerary and stuff. I go to the show, big sign in front of the theater, Bobby Lee, no show, show canceled. So now...
It's because you were late and you missed your flight. I don't know what bit of this story
I
you
didn't
don't
miss the
understand.
gig, though.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. You
No.
showed up after the gig.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he just missed his flight.
I missed my
And when
flight.
they didn't pick him up at the airport.
When they picked me up at the airport, they just assumed. So they made the calls. It's over. You know what I mean? No one showed up. So cause I was there like an hour and a half before the show, right?
I get it.
And so and so now I'm sitting in a hotel room, waiting for my flight the next day. No money.
That would be awful.
No money, and I had to fly my way out. I had to pay for the hotel room.
Have I told this story where I'm in when I was in Dallas waiting at the airport? Did I tell that story before?
No.
Okay, I'm in Dallas, right? And you know, you're just waiting. Sometimes it's like someone's son's picking you up, or one of the waitresses is picking you up.
Yeah.
Most of the time you get like a town car, but sometimes it's just a random person, right? And I didn't know who my contact was or anything. So I'm staying there with all my bags just at the airport in Dallas, just hoping that someone will come and get me. And this car drives by, this young bloke in the car, and he goes, "Jim Jeffries." And I went, "Great." I got into his car, put my bag in the back seat. And he just went, "What are you doing that for?" just a guy.
Okay, so
They're usually weirdos that pick you up though. Like one college, this girl picks me up and she goes, her first question, we're sitting there driving, we had like a 2-hour drive to the university.
Yeah.
And she goes, "So do you know anyone famous?" And I'm like, I guess, yeah. And she goes, "I blew Gene Simmons once."
really,
That was the first thing
really.
And I've got 2 hours ahead of me. And I go, how does that happen?
That's
And
uncomfortable.
She goes, "Well, first I had to blow the roadie."
Oh, that's so sad.
And she told me that you
no.
blow the roadie and then you line up. And Gene like comes down a line and just takes,
my God.
like from one to the other to the other to the
I
other.
love Gene Simmons.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Oh my God.
Licking his eyebrows.
I love that. I was in Chicago 2 weeks ago, and a girl in the front row raised her hand during my show. She had blonde hair. She goes, "I drove here from Indianapolis to see you." Where I go, "Oh, that's great." So then I just kept doing my jokes. And then she raises her hand again. She goes, "Your face is on my underwear."
Really?
I go, "What the fuck?" I bring her on stage, right? She pulls her pants down. She has me embroidered onto her underwear. My face, like a headshot from 99. Okay?
Right.
So I go, "Oh my God, that's so weird." I get her off the stage. After the show, I tell the doorman, "Do not let her in," you know what I mean, my room, because if you let her in, I'm going to fist fuck her. And I have a girlfriend, you know what I mean, and I love her. I have no
But
cheat.
you
know
have
what I mean?
to.
No, I'm just saying though, I don't know, but I don't need it around. The smell of it makes me crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
So anyway,
hear
she
that.
sneaks up on stage. She sneaks around the back, okay? So she's surprised. She goes, "Hi, I got back here." I go, "Okay, what? You got to get out." She pulls her pants down, not the underwear, the whole thing, right? And
Right.
with her vagina just swinging in the air, right?
Right. Did that still look like your face?
Like it's ready.
yeah. It was yellow, but she had jaundice. But the thing is that
You know, in Britain they call the end of a person's penis the Jap's eye.
why?
Because it's a
it's
small
slanted.
little thing.
Oh,
But
God.
it's like it's not even like considered bad. People just say it in public.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
an issue. They just go, "Oh yeah, I had an infection in the end of my Jap's eye." I'm serious about this. This is not a big deal for them. But carry on, because we're talking about
So
genitals in your face.
She pulls her pants down, right? And she goes, "I'm not going to pull them up until you tell me to," right?
Was it the flaps or the pants?
What? So I waited like 25 seconds, and I said, "Pull them up." But like, it's unbelievable. I'm disciplined though.
Yeah. No.
You know what? It's really
I'm
hard
disciplined.
when a girl, like, I know how you feel, and you've got a girlfriend, and you're trying to be a good
It's so
guy.
hard,
but
isn't
when
it?
girls do weird, crazy
It's so
shit like
hard.
that, it's so hard not to just shove 2 fingers in there really quickly and just go,
Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. But
Wah, wah, wah.
it is that
What is it, a
classic
Pokemon pussy?
men versus.
Wang, wang, wang.
It is that classic men versus women thing, because if you went backstage at a female artist and you just pulled your cock out and went, "Hey, who wants? which one of you girls want to touch it?
Yeah.
Hey, pleasure to be here. Hello.
Rape.
Yeah.
But like, that's not a good story. It's a scary story
Yeah.
to them. I once, this is nothing sexual, but I once finished a gig in I think it was in Birmingham in the middle of England, and I had just the worst, not the worst gig. I had a good gig, but there was like a quarter of the room despised me. You know that time when the quarter room hates you so much, it actually makes the other people like you more?
Yeah.
Right. So they're booing, and they'll be, fuck off, So I went and sat in the dressing room, and I rang my girlfriend up, and I was just sitting there on the couch, and I was like, I just had the fucking shittest gig ever. And these 2 big, burly women, middle-aged fat women, walk in, and I sort of got off the phone and went, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're not allowed back here." And one of the women went, "You shouldn't be allowed in a comedy club." And then they both started swinging.
Wow.
I was all by myself getting the shit kicked out of me
Oh,
by 2
my
middle-aged fat
God.
women. The sound tech came in to have a joint, and he went, "Oh, sorry, Jim. No, help me, help me."
Like that's what we were into.
Do you remember the Manchester jonglers? The one that was
Yes,
near
I
the gay
remember.
area.
I remember.
The gay area.
That jonglers used to have. I once did it. I used to do a joke that went. A lot of people find me offensive, and the reason for that is there's a lot of spastics out there. I go, who finds the word of spastics offensive? Not the spastics, people who know spastics, people who are friends with spastics. If you're so offended, why don't you bring your friend along? And then I went and did some gigs for a spastic charity, and they really liked me. In fact, they gave me 4 oohs. Right? Now, that was the joke, right? That was it's a nice little gag, right?
Yeah.
So I do the thing, and then like this guy stands up and goes, "Fuck you.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole, fuck you." And the audience is like, "It's just a joke, sit down." Because you're picking on people that don't even know what you're saying. And I go, "Nah, spastics know what I'm saying. You're thinking of Downies." And then the whole room went, "Nah, we're with him now." And so I was like, I just slithered off the stage. It was horrible.
That gig was I did that gig, and it was like full of hen parties. They call them hen parties in England, like it's bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
And it was full with bachelorette parties, and I had a good set, and then I drove and had to do double up, like go to Liverpool, which is like what, an hour away.
What, from, an hour away.
So I went to Liverpool and did a gig, and I didn't go so well in Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I decided to take a taxi the whole way back. Like my hotel was in Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I took a taxi back to Manchester because I knew I had a better chance of getting back. So I go back to, and the first girl I go up to in the bar, I'm kind of like, "Hey, like I'm the comedian." She points right in my face and goes, "I fucking hate you." And I
Oh
watch,
my
she goes,
God.
"I hate your accent. I hate your jokes. Your jokes are stale." And she goes, "And I fucking hate Americans." And about,
I think I was managed by that woman.
I'm kidding. Within 10 minutes later, she had pulled the bathroom door open so that we were behind the door, and she's blowing me behind the door, like pulled my pants down and is blowing me with all her hatred of America.
What are you like? What are you like a Jedi Knight? What the hell the fuck?
No, she was blowing me like she had a red coat on.
See, I'm afraid to play in England.
Wait,
because of that
but
shit.
then I try to take her back to my place.
Yeah.
So we're walking. She's so drunk, and she's in heels, and she can't walk, and her feet are hurting. I'm just trying to get her back to the Britannica.
Yeah, horrible
The Britannica
hotel.
is this hotel where they won't even let you bring girls back because they think they're prostitutes.
Oh wow.
So I'm trying to bring her back. I pick her up and throw her over my shoulder to carry her.
Yeah.
She pisses all over me.
Oh my God.
Did you burp her? That same gig.
Wait, so I came.
That same gig, Craig Campbell's a good Canadian comic who's been around for years. He's playing the gig. I think he was a bit stoned, and it was one of those ones where he must have been having a bad day because even other comics couldn't defend him. what happened was he's on stage. You know how sometimes comics get that cocky that they start thinking, I'll just take my fucking time, right?
Yeah.
And he's walking up, he's like, hey, how you all going? Good? You're all good? You're all good? Yeah, good to see you. So you're getting married? They're in the front row, getting married? Getting married, you're the woman getting married? And you're a bit fat to be getting married, right? So to this woman, right? And she starts crying, and he goes, "Well, this is the first time you found out you're fat?" Right? And then the girl bursts into tears, right? Runs out of the room. Everyone starts booing, and he must have been wasted because he's going, "That's right, boo her out."
Oh my God.
Now we're booing you, mate. We're fucking booing you. And then some guy goes, he was a real tough guy, Craig. He's one of these like sort of Joe Rogan-y type people who can beat the fuck out of people. And then like those 4 guys went, we're going to beat the fucking shit out of you. And he goes, what? There's only 4 of you. I think you're outnumbered.
Didn't he? He was the one. The Jongleurs Comedy Club chain is like the Improv here, and they could ban you. They could say, you did something wrong. Like I got a letter once saying that I did a racial joke,
and that's in England.
And
I got banned several times.
And that you can't do it anymore, and blah blah blah. I heard they tried to ban Craig Campbell, and he went, no, I'm banning you.
That was the situation he got banned for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was the situation he got banned for.
He goes, I'll call you when I want to come work.
I once had a gig.
Wow.
I was doing my normal material, but when like, especially if you're an offensive comic, if the gig goes badly, then all of a sudden your material's like 5 times more offensive than it is when it's going well. When the gig's going well, it's not offensive at all.
It's more offensive, and there's less of it.
There's less of it, and you even start thinking yourself, you're like, these are horrible jokes. Why do I say these things? But when people are laughing, it's all good fun.
Yeah.
Right. So I did a gig in Nottingham, Jongleurs, that was just like that. The gig went so bad that they had to have security walk me off the stage, and then security walked me out of the thing to my hotel. People just booing and yelling abuse at me. And so I go to sleep, and I wake up in the morning, and I get a phone call from Jongleurs, and I answered it like this: I've been expecting you. and they didn't ban me. They just moved me to the club in the next town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel when that happens, though? It's just awful, or can you get over it really quickly?
I've always equated that comedy's like any type of drug. When you kill for the first time, you walk around. I used to walk around for weeks, just feeling like the bee's knees. But if I died, the depression was so deep for the same amount of time.
So painful.
But the highs get lower and the lows get higher, and so now I can die at a gig and I'm all right the next day. I'm like, whatever. But I can also have a standing ovation after a gig, and I'll be back in my hotel crying as always.
Yeah. God, why do we do this?
Yeah, there's no buzz anymore.
Yeah,
the buzz wears off, and the depressions just keep.
I don't even care. I care about numbers now.
Yeah, that's all.
Like, how many people we got?
Oh yeah. I'm close to buying a guy with a clicker, because I hate when you got that you get your bonus if the gig sells out, and they're going, so it's sold out, right? It's sold out. I got my bonus, and they're like, no, this isn't a sellout. I go, this cunt's standing in the fucking room. I saw you turn people away at the box office.
Yeah, Jim, I count. Yeah. I'm Asian. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I mean? I count it. I find out who comped what. You know what I mean?
I can't wait till you one day do a stadium gig.
I'm there fucking 2 days.
I heard a comic at the Richmond Funny Bone. This is the funniest story. They gave, it was a door deal, and he sold out. His famous comic sold out really well.
Ooh.
But I forget his name, but he got like 20 comps.
Right.
And his manager, like they got 20 comps and everything else was sold out, or like there was a big, like a deal. He took the comps outside.
And what?
Scalp them. His own tickets.
Are you fucking kidding?
I swear to God, they caught him.
Oh, really?
And they're like, what are they selling him for like 4 times the amount?
Oh, the manager did that.
Have you ever been? Have you ever had a
The
scalp?
comic.
Oh, he did.
The manager got the comps, gave him the comic, went outside and sold him.
Was it a black comic?
What do you think?
Have you ever like had someone try to scalp you your own tickets?
No.
At the festivals.
I chat to them
Yeah, at the
A
festival.
bit.
they-
I always like, so what's he like? Oh, yeah. They don't know who the fuck you are. I go, I hear he does gay comedy, right? Yeah, that's the bloke. He's the really flamboyant one. Yeah. Do you want the tickets or not? I don't know.
I had someone do that to me back when I was surfing a lot. I was next to this guy in the competitors booth, and we're sitting there, and I was just waxing my board, and I changed jersey colors, so like I was supposed to be yellow, I ended up being red type of thing. And he goes, hey, you hear that Colin Pierce guy is in the Heat? And I go, yeah. And I just like blew him off, whatever. He goes, I heard he's such a pussy. And I was like, I just stared at him. I was like, yeah, me too. Tell me your story, though. I just want to hear like what he had to say.
You didn't answer it like a joke? How pussy is he?
You know when people call you a pussy? What's that about?
What is that about, Jason?
Jason, what's that about?
What did you gave me a what's that about the other day?
Oh, yeah. He asked you about another celebrity.
Who was it? It was yesterday. I got stoned with Jason last night for the first time. I haven't gotten stoned for years and years and years.
We went shopping stoned.
I went to
It's pretty fun.
I went to the supermarket. It was fucking hell.
You know what? I knew something was fucked up. I came in today. You didn't clean up, and there were 80 grocery bags.
Yeah. Dude, you came in, we were eating bowls of cereal. I bought all these things I allegedly was going to cook, and in the end it just ended with crunchy nut cornflakes.
Went from ice cream to hummus to cereal.
Yeah, we
back to-
started with the ice cream, and then we started eating hummus. Then it went to cookies, and
Could you be more fucking cliche in there, the two of you?
but the two of us got lost. We lost each other in the
couldn't find
super.
them.
Couldn't find each other for hours, and there was these two young girls who weren't anything
that
to
was-
look at. They were about 4'2", both of them. These little tiny looking birds. They were probably college students, type of thing. And then Jason came up to me. He goes, "We should go down this aisle." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Trust me, this aisle's the aisle to go down." It's just, like it's 1 o'clock in the morning in Ralph's, and so we go down, and there's just these two girls standing there, and then he goes. And he looks at me like, do your thing. I said, I don't want to have sex with these girls. And so then so it ends up, we go through the supermarket. We never talk to them or anything like that. Then we go to the checkout, and they just pull in just in front of us at the checkout. And Jason whispers in my ear, fate.
You made one comment and they were spun already.
Oh, they were-
yeah, you said hi and they were like looking at you.
It's the accent, dude, right?
They did. They were a little.
But the
keen
funny
on me.
thing was that Jim was wearing this sweater or something that he wasn't proud to be in or something. 'Cause we were in it. I'm like, Jim, we got to go. Let's go down that aisle. And he looks down the aisle and he sees the girls and he looks at me and he goes, but I'm wearing this cardigan. He goes, all right.
No,
It would have been funny.
They
if you-
said something about I said something to them about they just bought like a Gatorade and 4 yogurts or something like that. And I said, well, it looks like you got enough food for the week there or something. It was one of those type of lines.
What would have been funny if you filled up a shopping cart full of KY jelly and condoms and just pulled up behind them and went, what are you two doing tonight?
They were nothing to look at, but Jason was rubbing up against the furniture, horny. What's happened?
What, Bobby?
Bobby, what's going on?
He's having a panic attack.
No, we did it, right?
Did we not include
He
you?
saw the time. He's been counting down.
I'm calculated. I everything's like in order.
We've never had a guest want to leave so badly.
No, I don't want to leave.
You don't have
You
to.
stay.
No, but I'm gonna go.
Why?
My heart says to stay, but my body says I have to go. I have to go to sleep. But I love you guys.
stay on
Can
the
I do it
couch?
again? I'll do it again every.
You say that. You said you're never doing a podcast again.
No,
We
I'll do it.
could do a double and he could just stay.
I'll
on
do
the
it every
couch.
other week. How about that?
You can
I'll
sleep
do
on
it. I'll
Jason's
come back
couch.
in 2 weeks.
Look at him. He's trying to leave.
He really
you can't
is.
leave like that. We have to do an exit.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All right, ladies
How
and
many?
gentlemen.
Wait. How many?
Oh, now you're mad.
No.
Are you perturbed?
He is. I can tell
perturbed.
he's going to be really upset.
Why are you upset?
I'm fine. Shouldn't have worn that bloody cardigan.
Put your cock on him. Hey, wait, Bobby. Let me ask
Wait,
you.
wait.
He's done Mark Maron's, Adam Carolla's, Joe Rogan's. Who else podcast?
I have not done Joe's. I'll do it tomorrow. And I've done Adam's. Why, Mark?
Who's your favorite so far?
You guys.
All right.
No, you'd say that to anybody.
No, I'll tell you why.
Because
Can I tell you
'cause
why?
Marin's never touched your balls.
No, that's not what it is. Is that this is the only one that I was able, it was like truly like comfortable in myself.
Oh, thanks.
I mean, I don't. You think I go to Mark Maron's house and pull my dick out? I mean, he would fucking just say, "Get the fuck out." But you let me dry
Will it
hump
stay
you.
longer?
I've never had another man stick his finger and poke my sack. You know what I mean, like he was a friend or something.
I'm
you know what I
proud
mean?
to do it.
Yeah,
Proud to do it, Bobby.
I mean, that's amazing.
And Jason just wants to hug you.
Yeah, Jason, and you know what I mean. The whole experience was great.
Thanks. No. All right, you can leave. Get out.
Bobby Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee.
You can see him on reruns of Mad TV where he shits his pants.
Yeah.
Your fly's still open.
Your fly. Yeah, that's the least of his problems.
Hey, I have one question for you. Yeah. I saw you on a Mad TV episode where you're running around Venice Beach in like a fucking
one suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
What did you see the whole?
What's that all about? What I did, I was in a bar and I couldn't hear the sound, and all I saw, and it was like a fucking film practically.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a long sketch.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Okay, first of all, you think that I've ever watched an episode of that shit? We had 9 Mexicans watch that show. They would show us like pictures, like Raul watches it. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, cool. But the thing is that so I don't know. I remember putting the thing on, and then me going, what do I say? To people, and they go, you say this. Okay, da 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 da. You say it. Can I go?
And my last question.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to that producer again? That was.
Yeah, he actually
came around.
Not only came around, he wrote me like one of the sketches that it got my like most hits on YouTube right now. It's got like 3 million hits or 4 million.
So you like him now?
No, I love him. Yeah, it was just what it is. Oh God, I gotta go back now. Hold on, I gotta go back.
'Cause do you know the Jim Brewer story?
Yeah, but can I just finish? Because I just came back.
All right.
Okay. What is this? Okay. You know, I'm a stand-up. You know what I mean? I'm from the Comedy Store, right? And you know, and when you go on a sketch show like that, all the writers, right, are from the sketch world.
Right.
They're from Groundling, Second City, UCB, or whatever it might be, right? So they never heard of you. And yet they have 100 people that they know that would be perfect for the show, that have the characters. I didn't know what I was doing. I can't do impressions. I can't do characters. I can't memorize lines.
Chang's pretty good.
Yeah, he's great. In fact, he did 15 sketches, right, back then.
Who did?
Dr. Ken.
Oh, okay.
With me. He won't even call me back. But anyway,
Maybe you should keep your cock in your head.
but the thing is that, and so, you know, over the years, I learned how to do it. Like, how to do improv. Who fucking wants to play improv games?
Yeah, I'm always a bit dubious of people who are in I always feel like people who are in sketch groups are people who don't have the balls to do stand-up.
That's what I feel, yeah. And I've always felt that. And so for this guy to say that, I'm like, all right, I don't know this game, but let me figure it out. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you learn how to do it anyway.
On a very sad note.
It was such a good podcast with such a bad ending.
Yeah, that's the worst ending of any of our shows. It was really good. It was probably the best episode and then turned into the worst.
It's not bad.
Well, we're going to judge it now.
No, I don't know.
No, it's bad. It's not bad.
The whole next episode is going to be us judging this one.
Why is it weird in here now?
Thank you very much for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Please check us out on Stitcher.com. Hopefully we're back up on iTunes now.
DrKen.com.
Dubious, and stay safe and prosper.
Thank you, Bobby.